Today, I'd like to talk about pricing strategy. If you're a service provider, how do you set your price? And if you're a buyer, how do you know whether the price that you're given is reasonable? Beyond the obvious, price is an indicator of a number of factors: value, credibility of the service provider, work effort on the project, and risk. While some may say that pricing is an art, it isn't. It's bound by three specific factors. The first is the cost of delivery. Beyond the cost of labor, there must be sufficient margin to pay for staff training and technology and rent and all the other overheads involved in running a business. If these aren't covered, the business will eventually become unsustainable. So, what to look out for? Expensive offices and other signs of excess, because costs will be higher. Senior staff on the engagement versus junior staff, costs will be higher. Little investment in professional development or reduced project scope, well, costs will be lower. Or corners that might be cut, well, that results in lower costs too. The second factor is the competitive dynamic. Setting prices too high usually results in disqualification. Setting prices too low breeds suspicion. Has the work effort been estimated properly? Well, it might seem that this factor might not apply when there's no competition, like for a unique service or a monopoly. There's always competition. The project can be executed internally or it can be shelved. The third factor is budget. If the budget is lower than the price, then the cost of delivery and competitive dynamic make no difference. There won't be a deal. So here's what to look out for. Unrealistically low budgets. To win an engagement with a really low budget, either scope must be cut or more junior staff must be used. Or the project will end up with a greater number of change requests and a higher total price. Or very high budgets. If the budget is higher than the price, it will be harder to justify the project's ROI. Something else to watch out for is when no budget is provided. This is a no-win situation for everyone, as some service providers will deliver a Mercedes-Benz price proposal, others a Toyota, and in others a low-end Ford. The truth is that each service provider can likely deliver the engagement at all three price levels. Without budget guidelines, it's impossible for the buyer to tell which is best and which is required. So here's your challenge. If you're a buyer, this week look at your procurement process from your service provider's perspective. How does your process influence pricing? And do you provide budget guidelines? If you're a service provider, this week look at your pricing process. When was the last time it was updated? Here is a final marketing insight for you. Price is also an indicator of risk. A low price typically means less work effort, more junior staff, and higher risk. Price is also an indicator of brand equity, which again is connected to quality, assurance, and risk. Build your brand and it is easier to justify a higher price, notwithstanding the cost of delivery, competitive dynamic, and the budget. And another insight, the best buyers understand that price is only one factor. Experience, references, availability, terms and conditions, they're all part of the equation. How do you compare on these relative to your competition? I'm Randall Craig. I hope this got you thinking. If it resonates, let me know why and if I can help. I can be reached at www.randallcraig.com.